Imagine you are playing Monopoly with your friends and everything is going fine. But then one player secretly gets to print extra money whenever they run low. They never go broke. They never lose. And slowly, without anyone realizing it, everyone else at the table starts falling behind. That is not just a board game scenario. That is the real world. That is the United States of America. And you are sitting at that table right now. The US government has been printing money for decades. Trillions of dollars. And the scary part is not that they are doing it. The scary part is that most Americans have no idea who actually ends up paying for it. And the answer is going to make you look at every dollar in your wallet completely differently. So let's break it down. No complicated economics. No boring textbook language. Just the real truth, explained simply. When people say the government is printing money, they don't always mean a machine physically printing paper bills. What it really means is that the United States government, through an institution called the Federal Reserve, creates new money out of thin air. Sometimes digitally, sometimes physically. But either way, money that did not exist yesterday suddenly exists today. Here is what you must understand. Money only has value because everyone agrees it has value. A dollar bill is just a piece of paper with ink on it. What makes it worth something is trust and limited supply. The moment you flood the world with more and more dollars, each dollar becomes worth a little less. Think of it like this. If there are only 10 pizzas and 10 people, everyone gets one pizza. Now double the people without making more pizza. Suddenly everyone gets half. Nobody stole from you directly, but you still ended up with less. That is exactly what printing money does to your wallet. This is called inflation, and if you have lived in America over the last few years, you have felt it at the grocery store, the gas station, and the rent office. So why does the government keep doing it if it causes this problem? Because sometimes they feel they have no other choice. Look at 2008. The biggest banks in America were collapsing. Millions of people were losing their homes. The entire economy was shaking. The government flooded the system with money to stop everything from burning down. Then came 2020. COVID hit. Businesses shut down overnight. Tens of millions lost their jobs. So the government sent stimulus checks, boosted unemployment benefits, and spent money at a speed never seen before. In less than 2 years, the United States printed and pumped nearly $5 trillion into the economy. The intention was not evil. People needed help. But there is always a consequence. And the consequence arrived right on schedule. By 2021 and 2022, inflation in America hit levels not seen in 40 years. Food, gas, housing, cars, everything shot up in price. And the everyday Americans who were supposed to be helped ended up suffering the most. So who actually pays for all this money printing? You do. But not in an obvious way. Nobody knocks on your door with a bill. Instead, you pay in ways that are invisible and slow and absolutely devastating over time. You pay through inflation. Every time the government prints money and prices rise, your paycheck buys less than before. Your savings quietly lose value. Inflation is a hidden tax that nobody voted on. It just slowly drains every dollar you own. You pay through higher interest rates. When inflation gets out of control, the Federal Reserve raises interest rates to slow it down. That means your mortgage becomes more expensive, your car loan costs more, and your credit card balance grows faster. Millions of Americans already stretching their budgets got crushed, all because of money printed years earlier. You pay through national debt. America currently owes over $34 trillion. The interest on that debt alone now costs over $1 trillion every single year. More than the entire military budget. And who pays that? Taxpayers. And here is what should make you truly angry. Wealthy Americans own assets like real estate and stocks. When inflation rises, those assets go up in value. The rich actually get richer. But if you are living paycheck to paycheck, your salary does not rise as fast as prices do. You fall behind. The gap between the wealthy and everyone else keeps growing, and money printing is one of the biggest reasons why. The money printer is not a solution. It is a delay. Every dollar printed today is a problem transferred to tomorrow. The inflation you felt, the rent you struggled to pay, the interest rates crushing your budget, that was tomorrow arriving. That was the bill coming due. Now you know the truth. And knowing is the first step. Subscribe to Decoding Economy because next week we are breaking down why the US dollar rules the world, and how much longer that can actually last.